What's good, YouTube? It's your boy FX Deco, and welcome back to my channel. If it's actually your first time coming across my videos, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. So, this is an update on the 20K funded account, challenge account that I've actually been trading. And funny enough, for like up to a week now, I've not actually seen a good setup. After the mistake I made on my last video, I told you guys I took two trades while testing out the lot sizes on the Profit because it was actually different from the broker I used to use before. Now I actually realized that it came from the contract size. I've actually been trading with brokers that actually use the 100 contract size, whereas this one is one contract size. So there was a bit difference in the lot sizes that I actually had to take care of. I ended up making a mistake where I took two positions. It happened quite very quick. So for up to a week now, since that happened, I've not actually seen a good setup to actually take. The market is a bit choppy because I actually trade the Nasdaq, the Dow Jones, and gold, but gold actually break out of its all-time high. I was supposed to catch that trade, but I did not come early enough to actually catch up on that trade. And then the Nasdaq and US30 have been quite choppy. Like their movement are not too certain. I like when my markets are actually trending, like when the market is making a higher high and a higher lows. Like those are the best times I want to be actually taking trade. So now let's go to my chat so I can actually show you guys how it has been like. Uh, let's just dive in a bit. This is actually just a quick video and update on the account.
So, welcome to my chat. Let me show you guys how the week was. Now, this is actually the first position I took for the week. It was on Thursday because I really did not see good setups this week. Like, I hardly even see any from Monday to Thursday. So, I then saw this position. And if you realize on the daily, it's actually an uptrend market. Yeah, gold has even break its all-time high. So this was actually a counter trade. Yeah, I was trading against the trend, but I had good reasons. It's not as if I just jumped into the trade. I did see my setup, and it was a reversal pattern, a perfect head and shoulder pattern that actually break the neckline before I entered. And if you realized, in two positions in this trade, I entered two positions and the trade actually went well. It was a very good one. I watched it move. It did took a lot of time because I actually entered this trade during London session, because I actually trade the London session and the New York session. I don't trade Asia session. So it did took time, and even though I did not actually allow the trade to like get to my take profit, because once I saw a $200 profit on both of them, I closed the trade. And reason being because of what I said before, it was actually a reversal trade, a counter trade of the overall trend, because the overall trend is still an uptrend, but the setup was actually perfect. And within myself, I knew that there is supposed to be some kind of pullback. That was actually why I went for the trade. So the trade actually went very well, just like I said. It even dipped more, but let's just watch it and see how it actually play. And you guys should bear with me. I'm supposed to be doing this screen recording on my PC, but I've been having some issues setting up things. But I think this should do for the time being until I'm able to solve that issue. So let me go. So this is like the profit. It was running on, let's say, 122 as at the time I made this recording. But like I said, I actually closed it at 200 USD, because I do a 1 is to 3, a 1 is to 2, or a 1 is to 3 risk to reward ratio. And given that this was a counter trade, it actually did just a 1 is to 2, which is like risking 100 USD on the 20K account to make 200 USD, and it went well. I also end up taking a third position that day during New York session, because after I closed this, the market actually pulled back. Yeah, and I made an extra 100 USD. I closed early too, so as at that day, I made like a total of As I told you, I made a total of like 300 USD on that account. So just look at it. And I closed early and it kept on dropping. And that was it for Thursday. Let me show you guys. Okay, and this is the second setup I actually took for the week. It's the second setup I took on Friday, and it was a NAS sell, and it was actually a good one because NAS was actually at a good zone. If you look at it daily, you will see that it's actually at a good zone. And I did see my setup. My setup really presented itself. And this is something that you guys are going to learn a lot from. You're going to realize that most of my setup do look alike. Yeah, in fact, every of my setup do look alike, and it's going to show you that when you've arrived and you've got a strategy, it's all about repetition and repetition and repetition. Now, the discipline to wait for those setup, it's what it's going to keep you profitable. Now, I was on this trade and I did held this trade for a very long time because I entered during the London session, and I waited till the market was just dancing up and down, and I held that position throughout the news, and that was when I actually took the first loss on that setup. And the funniest part is I just got stopped out, and then the market went to my direction. So that was just it. It was crazy. It was crazy because I wait a lot, and secondly, I was very positive about this position. Like I was very positive about this position because it was actually a good setup. But you know, these things happen. No matter how good a setup looks, the possibility of it going sideways is always going to be there. So, I mean, let's go so that you can see. This was before the news, and it happened so fast. Like I took this loss so fast. Even though my screen recording was on, I still didn't cash it because I just went to check something on the quote, and then before I know it, it was done. It was very fast, and it just stopped me out, and then came back, like, and went to my TP. And even when I re-entered, it actually did the same. So I took like two losses, $100, and the second one was another $100, which made it $200. Now, if you look at it, you realize I entered twice. I mean, these positions, the first one was a $50 stop loss. Wait, let me let it just happen. And this is it here. Man, holding positions, look at the loss, 62.44. That is like $100. That was what I was even trying to explain. Like, I entered twice, so the first stop loss was like 50 USD, then the second one was 50 USD. I just entered, like, I re entered too, but I was using the same amount. And look at it here. Like, news can be very crazy sometimes, but it was a good setup, and I already made up my mind to take the loss if need be. So that was it. It did happen like that. Once he took me out, he started jumping down, like jumping down. So that is actually it. Yeah, you guys are going to learn a lot because you're going to see what the real trading looks like on this account, this Profem challenge account that I'll be doing. I'll try my best not to blow the account. You're going to see what discipline look like. Normally, there are times that when these things happen in the past, like I will just get hijacked because first off, I'm so convinced that this trade is going to go to my TP. So, and those stuff, like when you're too convinced about a setup and it goes sideways, and then you entered again and it did the same, there is usually a possibility that you can just end up blowing the account. Now you're going to see the second time I entered on the same setup because the market did pull back, so I re-entered and it did the same thing. And funny enough, it just dipped after taking me out again, yet again. Like this was when the retracement was happening. It retraced very well, so I got another opportunity to enter. Like I was just so convinced about the setup that Nasdaq was going to drop. But you have to understand that you can't predict the market. Yeah, you can only react, and it takes sample of sizes for you to actually be profitable for you to see your edge playing out, because in as much as you're sure that majority of the time that this is going to happen, you can't actually distribute the setups that are going to be win and the ones that are going to be losses. So let's see it. I think it did. Okay. Okay, you see the same position. It just took me out and then it dropped. Like, that is the PNL for the week. But at least we are still up 100 USD. The week was a profitable week, so let me show you guys. So, and this was actually the setup. Immediately after it stopped me out, it just dropped. But these things are normal. It does happen. And like I said, we are still in $100 profit this week. So thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. See you in my next video. Peace out.